A podcast? Did your radio show get canceled?
Fire. Low down and filthy, but the discipline is on point. Schooled myself, made my own dojo. A cold flow with the whole dose of soul. Maintain composure, even in theory. An anomaly, properties undiscernible to mere peasants. Use weapons that level entire area. Scarier than
It's Christmas week. Actually, I don't know if it's Christmas week. It's currently this week. But Christmas is on Sunday, so I don't know if you're supposed to start a week on a Sunday or if a week ends on a Sunday. How do you view that? Like, I view that a week ends on a Sunday and then the week begins on Monday. So that's why I think it's Christmas week. But technically, Christmas could be next week if you view Sunday to be the start of a week. Anyway, happy Hanukkah, which is it's ongoing. There's 8 nights of that. Hey, everybody. Pete the Planner. I got some advice this week that I should switch to Peter Dunn because it's more professional from Pete the Planner. I'm going to pass on that. I've never been known to be professional. Hope you're having a good week. This week we talked to Renae. Renae is got a lot of moving pieces. She just coming out of a relationship. She just got a huge pay raise, got some weird housing situation, a lot of student loan debt. And her $1 million day is like forever away, like 50 years away. So got some work to do there. If you want to be on the show, be on the show. We'll record a bunch of new shows coming up here very soon. I got a very special charity edition of the $1 Million Plan that I'm going to post tomorrow, actually. Who knows when you're listening to this, though. So anyway, it's the next episode 126, Charity. See ya. Enjoy the show.
Stop what you're doing and hit Pete up on Twitter at Pete the Planner.
sound good to me.
I never question the right of any man to voice his opinion as strongly as any can. But then again, many men are citizens of their own little world, so they ain't really fitting in. I'm in the background blending in, camouflaged by the scenery, but I'm a champion. Revamp the camp again, put down the stamp again, talk to my fans again, renew my brand again, review the plan.
We welcome Renae to the $1 Million Plan. Hello, Renae.
Hi.
We first started recording, and I called you by your real name. I snitched your real name, and so we had to start over.
That's all right.
All right, Renae. I'll say it a couple times so I remember it. What you here for today? What are we doing?
Basically a budget revamp and trying to figure out how I can better manage income increase so I don't drink it away at Starbucks and,
Yeah.
That kind of a thing.
I guess that's better than drinking it away at a bar. I don't know if it's better than drinking it away at a bar.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of a Jack Daniels girl, so that's an option too, I guess.
So budgeting, revamp, and better handling a income increase. How old are you, Renae?
28.
28 years old. So do you have an income increase happening right now?
Yeah. I recently accepted a job after grad school, so it's almost double what I was making 3 months ago.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Okay, so now I got to know, can I ask what you do? Can you tell me?
Yeah. My graduate studies is in human-computer interaction, so user interface design, human factors engineering, so working with apps and websites to develop usability, essentially.
All right, so human-computer interaction. So when I'm driving in the car, which is a lot, I just try to have conversations with Siri because I get bored. And so that's weird, right?
I don't know. She's got some great answers.
She's pretty passive-aggressive, though. I mean, it's like if I wanted that, I would just talk to the normal people in my life. Anyway, Renae, so you're making how much?
I'm totally waiting
now?
for you to say your wife. So
I would never say that. Not that she listens to the podcast anyway. How much money do you make?
I'm now at 55, and I'm on a contract, so there's potential to increase with a full-time offer within the year.
Wow, look at you! How much student loan debt do you have?
Oh gosh, I knew this was coming. So I had $15,000 just on my grad school.
Okay.
But my total is, as of yesterday. 37,
Okay.
640 and 18 cents.
What other debts do you have?
I own a house,
Okay.
and I have like a roof repair and a hospital bill that's coming in, and I owe my mom a little bit, but total debt is probably right around 50 with student loans.
Okay, so you own a house. Do you mean you own it outright, or do you have a mortgage?
I have a mortgage.
And you got some medical bills coming in. You have any car loans or anything like that?
With a former significant other. So that's a messy situation, but
oh man,
in my name.
Are we getting into that? Because if so, I need to go grab some wine and popcorn. To just,
oh gosh, can I join you?
Yeah, feel free. I want those real long stem glasses, like Olivia Pope has on Scandal.
Oh really?
Yeah, I want the glass. You know, they're 12-inch wine stems. It's like no one can do that. Anyway,
I just want a fishbowl. That's all that's necessary.
I went to
the bottle.
I went to a Mexican restaurant once, and I said I would like a margarita the size of a burro, and because I was trying to be funny, and they brought me out. It looked like a Honda Accord, and it was just filled. And I needed to call someone in a Honda Accord to get me home. It was a mistake.
Can I get this to go?
Yeah, exactly. So do you feel okay in terms of being in control of your financial life right now? It seems like there's a lot going on. Am I sensing that you're feeling slightly out of control?
Partly, yeah. There's a lot of things moving. The breakup is recent and will be a significant difference in, like formally splitting housing expenses and that kind of stuff. Like all that's going to shift. So there's a lot going on.
Sure.
But I feel really grateful about the timing and think I can handle it. It's
Well, I think
a
you get
matter
to.
of getting it together and
Sure.
envelope system or whatever it needs.
Well, I'm glad you're here. So do you have any children?
I do.
Okay. How many children?
Just one.
Just one. And how old is that young life?
She is 3.
Okay. 3 years old. Daycare costs?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Will that change in the next 12 months or so?
Preferably, but not necessary.
Okay. Okay. What's your mortgage payment? You said about $130,000 mortgage. What's your mortgage payment?
With the tax increase recently, it's adjusted to $970.
Okay.
$970. But that's still including PMI. So something I was maybe wanting to bounce off, is it worth getting a smaller loan to cover the PMI and reduce that down to close to just $550?
It would go down to $550 just by getting rid of PMI?
Yeah.
You have a $400 a month PMI payment?
Well, it's a couple of the things that are wrapped into it. With it's an FHA loan, and it would change the loan and other points and stuff with it.
Do you want to stay in?
But
so your income situation, household income situation changed both good and bad recently, sort of odd. But how is the affordability of the home you're in now? Is it somewhere you want to stay?
I would like to be closer to work, but I'm not against it. I was looking at your percentage, which is the ideal budget guidelines, and I'm definitely over the 25% you recommend.
But you wouldn't be if you got rid of the PMI, though, right?
Right. Yeah, and the other part of that is the value of the home has increased like $30,000 too.
Oh.
So that helps. Yeah.
That does help. So, all right, let's start from the beginning, housing-wise, though.
Okay.
How far are you from your current job from your house?
Depending on traffic, essentially 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay. And then from a daycare perspective, how far is your daycare provider to your daughter from your house?
About halfway between work and home.
Okay, so you drop her off sort of thing?
On the way. Yep.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Because what I want to determine here, anytime you have a major income shift, anytime you have a relationship transition, it's a good time not to make rash decisions, but it's a good time to ask some hard questions, right? It's a good time to say, do I want to be here 3, 4, 5 years from now? Is your support system around where you live as well?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you're going to stay, you think you would stay in the house for the next 5 years or so?
Possibly.
Okay. I would consider refining the loan then, if you can. Are you confident you'd be able to pull that off?
Yeah, my credit score is great. So
Okay.
no problem.
What kind of emergency funds do you have? Any money?
I have about $2,000 liquid.
Okay.
I'm trying to pay off my student loans aggressively, so I just keep enough for basically month-to-month expenses and safety net.
And you owe some money to your mom's?
Yes, a little bit, yeah.
All right.
She's not really in the pressure to want that. She knows the student loans are a priority and not charging me interest, so that's nice.
That's nice. Okay, so if you reduced your PMI and payments and structure of your loan by $400 a month, does that make up for the bill splitting that was occurring prior to your significant other going away?
Yes.
Okay, so that sort of gets you back to even, kind of.
Yeah.
Which is a good place to be, by the way. It's because right now, are we saying you're kind of going backwards a little bit right now?
Financially?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, because of the way things were split recently. I'd say overall it's still a step forward.
Are you on any credit lines with your ex?
No. No, it didn't go that way.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You're the only person on the planet that's ever answered that way, which is good. All right. So what do you think your income's going to do over the next 12 months? Do you think it's going to stick around the same?
Well, I'm going to be aggressive and ask for maybe another 10 or 15,000 in the next year.
Whoa.
Yeah, because the position, I came in kind of low, just wanting to get in as soon as possible. And with the training and everything that I'll have and the role that's opening, I think I could be a good race.
So what do you think you have in terms of protection, risk protection, insurances and life insurance? Your 3-year-old depends on you. What do you have life insurance?
I do. Term life.
Term life, that's fine. About how much do you have?
Minimum of 500,000.
Okay.
I had secondary ones through work.
Oh, that's great. Good. Okay. And then otherwise in your financial life, what stresses you out?
Student debt.
So I would assume with the student debt, you're at a point where it seems as though you're aggressively trying to get rid of it in the next few years, or are you trying to go the 10-year method?
No, my goal is 2 years.
Wow. Okay. So what kind of payments are you making towards it?
Well, it's kind of a weird situation because some of them are so fresh, they aren't letting me do principal. So I'm paying minimum payment and cashing in a checking account separately to pay off in lump sums.
Look at you.
So
You're a genius.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said it's great. You're a genius. I'm glad you're doing it that way.
I'm trying to average over $500 a month on the student loan payments, and the minimum, I think it was $123
Okay.
a month. Yeah.
You did mention a few minutes ago. It's just now processing. I'm an older man, Renae, so I'm going to be 39 end of November. So
Happy birthday!
Well, I will see how happy it is. I've been asking for a surprise party for the last 16 years of my marriage, and I haven't had one yet.
Oh no, she needs to listen to the show.
But I think the issue is you're not supposed to ask for a surprise party.
Yeah.
I think I'm the problem. Anyway,
Oh.
you did mention that you need a new roof on your house. Are you just praying for hail, or what are we doing?
No, roof is done, covered mostly under insurance. So I'm just waiting for the bill on that to be able to cash in.
Okay. My mind is still spinning over this human-computer interaction degree.
It's a fun job.
Like, could you date Watson? Like, how does that work?
I don't know. Maybe.
Wait, human-computer interaction. So, like, does that mean the fact that I'm addicted to my mobile phone? I mean, that's not what you do, right?
No, but it's somebody's fault. But my goal is to make it work easier for you without you knowing.
So you make things intuitive for the user.
And test it and explain why and that kind of stuff, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're way smarter than what we do here on this show.
I don't know. I don't have my $1 million number yet. So.
Oh well, let's do it. How much do you have in retirement savings?
Oh my gosh. I have this written down for you. I'm not typing at all.
Okay, no, not at all.
I have an IRA Vanguard from an old job, and they did a company match or whatever. So there's only like $1,130 in there.
Okay.
Projected to increase an average of 12%, but it's like 2% the last year or something.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I have a Roth 401k that's $3,041.65. That increased 12% last year.
All right. So you got $41.71. How much are you putting away towards per month towards your 401k?
Only $150 right now.
And what's the company match?
I'm sorry?
Does the company match?
Not right now because I'm on a contract.
Oh, good times. Your $1 million day. Oh man, you're not gonna like this.
I know.
It's okay, but we were working on student loans right now, so I'm not bent out of shape by that. Your $1 million day is July 11th, 2062.
I'm gonna be so old.
Well, you know what? I am old right now, and the reality is, you're taking care of business now, so then you can transition those funds towards your future. Like, let's play with it for a second. How much are you putting towards student loans right now?
Average 500.
All right, so let's say we transition all of that to retirement. It moves your year up 16 years, right? So if you were to put $500 more a year right now, you'd move up your $1 million day by 16 years, which is significant. And by the way, your income is going to continue to grow.
Yeah. My goal is to, once I'm debt-free, to bump it up to 15% of my income.
Great. I love it. That's great.
Yeah.
And plus you'll get a match, hopefully, when you're not a contractor anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that all looks good for the future.
So I would totally refinance, without a doubt. Without a doubt that I'm about to give you a but if. But if you plan on moving within the next 5 years or so, I would reconsider the idea altogether.
Okay.
But then that extra $400 a month, what do you think you're going to do with it? Go towards your student loans?
Yeah. That payoff. Mm-hmm.
What's your transportation situation?
Borrowing a vehicle from my parents.
Okay. And then
would like to get a new one, but not a priority.
What's the, are they making a payment on it or do they own it?
They own it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. So you just pay for gas on it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, good. What else? I mean, your situation is, there's a lot of moving pieces. It's a dynamic situation based on the amount of change you've had recently, but all things considered, I'd like your emergency fund a little higher, but it's pretty darn stable, but it's also indicative of a person that just got out of grad school too.
Yeah. My only other question was back to the house.
Yeah.
I know property or income properties are pretty popular right now,
Okay.
and refinance, I think it could add a lot more margin to my monthly expenses or my monthly income. I think it's projected to rent out for $1,300 a month.
Okay.
So if I did that, moved closer to work, that would give me like $700 difference of margin, and then another $250 back in gas money, which would cover daycare and my rent. So that would add in almost $500 extra.
If you're willing to do it, then do it. I mean, that's the thing, though. It's like, I should eat 1,800 calories a day, primarily of kale, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. If you're willing to do that, do it. And here's what you'd have to do. Those first few months where you're creating margin, you would need to build up a heck of an emergency fund, because to own a property and not have an emergency fund when you're a landlord is the worst.
Right.
So, but hey, if you're willing to do that, by all means. I've seen lots of people in the show have done it, have rented out their place and then have rented some other unit from somebody else, and it works out cash flow wise.
Yeah.
Look at you. I feel like I'm so excited. When we get off the phone, I'm going to type these notes into the computer and have a human computer interaction on your behalf.
Would be a nice spreadsheet and everything.
What's that movie with Scarlett Johansson? Is it Her? Is that what it is? With have you seen that movie?
She or her? Yeah,
She,
one of those.
her?
Yeah.
It's someone. It's a female pronoun.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
yeah, that's what all I can think about now is that movie and how I don't know the name of it. All right, so yeah, I would totally do the income property thing after the refi because not to circumvent property and real estate and banking laws, but it's a principal residence, you're going to get a better rate. And then if after that, if you happen to decide to move on, then you have to decide to move on and you've still got a lower rate of return. Because if it was a rental property off the bat, you'd have a higher rate of return on the refi.
Right.
I mean, I would never try to encourage you to create mortgage fraud. So what else? This is great. You don't have to make up questions if you don't have any more. That's fine.
I guess I was just like, I don't know.
No, that's good. I mean, this was a good human-to-human interaction, I think. No, I would just say that, again, I know you're trying to pay off your loans aggressively. I try to build up that emergency fund by another few $1,000s because it makes me a little nervous where it's at right now. Do you ever side gig or freelance or anything like that?
My undergrad was graphic design, so I do like wedding invitations and that kind of stuff on the side for fun.
You're like a Swiss Army knife. You do everything.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll totally off topic, because it is this show and that's how I do it. I love skilled people. Like when you have a lot of skills, you're so employable and so valuable. It's the people that don't have skills. It's like, no wonder you don't have a job. You don't have any skills.
Well, I feel like you've said that you've done like a variety of different things in the past too.
Well, you do. It's to gather skills. Like, are you a good writer or no?
Not necessarily. I don't have any training other than college. But.
Yeah, well, that's not training. I mean, that's not training for writing at least. I wrote my first, I think I've said it on the show, my first college term paper, or whatever the hell it is, a report, no one knows. It's 5 pages long and it was 1 paragraph.
Oh, no.
And my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. And, well, no, she said it with love. And she was also an English major. So
that's what I meant. It was endearing because she cared enough to tell you.
She did. I was a weirdo as a boyfriend. I took this, there was a campus cat that would just go around the campus and it would want you to pick it up and like scratch your legs. And so I'd pick up the cat and go to her window and throw rocks at it and try to coax her out because I had a cat that she would want to see. I'm really like close to crossing over like breaking laws. I was that creepy. So anyway,
I'm just imagining it being like a little ginger kitty too.
I think it was a little ginger kitty, and I was like, "Come see the gingers." And then then the police would come. But anyway, Renae, we've gone down memory lane of me being a creeper. I think we should move on. So great job. Please keep me updated. I love updates on this stuff. And your $1 Million Day with paying off those student loans will move up 16 years. So crank away hard and get after it.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
If you want to be on this podcast and have Pete fix your money life, then hit us up at PeteThePlanner.com/podcast. You heard me. PeteThePlanner.com/podcast. Log on.
This is for information purposes only. It's not the Swiss financial planning device. Consult a financial advisor.
Released from Everest, the fresh is fresh, and you can call me E.T. Word to John Tesh. Let me bless this harmonic presentation. It's amazing, so amazing. I'm the reason. Salutations, I bring you love, trying greetings from a faraway land. I am the sole controller. Put the remote down and let me take control. You're now a part of my zone, so enjoy yourself. Love Tron can restore your health. I bring you greetings, salutations. How you doing? And is that how y'all say it? The tinkling of the keys is an homage to the little star. I sojourn over poetic descriptions of sound and travel to my other world. out of this world, spaceship on my arm took me home, fueled by the ink and the megabytes and the hypertext transfer protocol, stronger than the Skynet and the Terminator. I push faders into warp speed, glide with ease, creating a breeze they call a black hole. Event horizon, no rear view concerns. This I adjourn, in beats I burn. This I adjourn, in beats I burn. Salutations, I bring you love-tron greetings from a faraway land. I am the sole controller. Put the remote down and let me take control. You're now a part of my zone, so enjoy yourself. Love-tron can restore your health. I bring you greetings, salutations. How you doing? And is that how y'all say it?